US returns to World Cup against Wales after 8-year wait. Gio Reyna, Scally and Yusuf Musah were 11 years old the last time the United States took the field in a World Cup match. Gio Reyna, Scally and Yusuf Musah were 11 years old the last time the United States took the field in a World Cup match. On the 3066th day after that loss in Brazil, the Americans returned to soccer's showcase with a new-look team dreaming lofty goals and hoping for actual ones. Filled with novelty, nerves, and naivete, these young Americans take the field against Wales on Monday night in a match a growing fanbase back home has been pining for since 2014. 3 years, 4 years of just working up to this moment. I think all the guys are ready to go, midfielder Weston McKennie said. President Joe Biden called players to offer encouragement ahead of the opener. A Friday match against England follows and group play ends November 29 against Iran, which famously eliminated the US from the 1998 World Cup in France. Only DeAndre Yedlin, a 29-year-old defender, remains from the American team eliminated by Belgium in the second round 8 years ago. Yedlin, Christian Pulisic, Kellyn Acosta and Tim Ream are among just 4 holdovers from the group that flopped to the field in anguish after the crushing loss at Trinidad in CONCACAF qualifying in October 2017 that ended the streak of US World Cup appearances at 7. McKennie debuted a month later in a 1-1 friendly draw at Portugal along with Cameron Carter-Vickers and Tyler Adams, who was appointed captain Sunday at age 23. A total of 118 players were tried over 68 matches in a World Cup cycle interrupted by a pandemic, including 91 after Greg Berhalter was hired as coach in December 2018. He gave debuts to 56 players and took the second youngest roster to the tournament at an average age of just over 25 years, older than only Ghana. Some are already looking ahead 4 years, to when the US co-hosts the tournament and the core group figures to be in its prime. We want to build a ton of momentum going into 2026, but it all starts now, Berhalter said. Berhalter becomes the first American to play and coach at a World Cup. His 50th-minute shot from Claudio Reyna's corner kick struck German defender Torsten Frings' arm on the goal line but was not called a handball in 2002's 1-0 quarter-final loss. "I was in my mom's belly," quipped Gio Reyna, Claudio's son, who was born that November. Berhalter has installed a high-pressing style and led the Americans to a October 10, 36 record that included titles in the 2021 CONCACAF Gold Cup and Nations League. "The final determination of this group," he said, "will be at the World Cup. That's how generations are measured. We can all be talking that's great, we beat Mexico 3 times. Or we won the Gold Cup or the Nations League. But the real measuring stick for this group is certainly going to be how you perform in Qatar." Wales is back in the World Cup for the first time since 1958, led by 33-year-old Gareth Bale and 31-year-old Aaron Ramsey but without injured midfielder Joe Allen. The Dragons advanced to the 2016 European Championship semi-finals before losing to eventual champion Portugal and made it to the second round of last year's Euros before a 4-0 wipeout against Denmark. The lack of World Cup experience has the Welsh as guarded as the Americans heading into the match at Ahmed bin Ali Stadium, a renovated 44,000-seat venue west of the capital.